Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in Android Authority for another one of our application reviews. This one is for the Kids Maps application for Honeycomb Tablets. It's brought to you by the developer Media Mechanic, and it's a kids learning application that teaches them about the states of the United States of America. Let's take a look.
Hi, let's learn about the states of America. Press the green Start button to begin. Now drag the state puzzle piece onto its matching shape on the map. Nevada. Nevada produces more gold than any other state.
So as you see, it brings a state up on the right side, gives a little fact about it, and then the kid uses the layout of the states on the left, and you can just drag it over.
You're awesome. If you want to start over, just click the orange reset button. Nebraska. There are many cows in Nebraska.
So you can see that it kept popping up with different tips. Like earlier it said to click on the green start button to start out the session, and it also says you can reset by hitting the reset button up above. There are a few different settings that are available here. You're able to switch over to alphabetical on the states, or randomized, or skip to the next state.
Alphabetical. Alabama. Alabama starts with an A. Alabama's state flower is the camellia.
Or you can switch back to the randomized.
Wyoming. Wyoming is where you can see a rodeo.
And then you can skip.
Arizona. You can find cactus in the Arizona deserts.
So that's pretty much all the functionality of that portion, but then you're able to change a couple settings over here. Generally, the only two options that are changeable is the tips, which are the start button and the reset button options, where it tells you that you can do those. The other one is auto snap, so that way for a real little kid, really what they'd need to do is just drag it generally.
Press the dark green skip button to try a different state.
Generally in the direction of it, and it pops it into place.
Texas. Cowboys come from Texas.
So if you turn the auto snap off, it doesn't, you can't just, it won't automatically snap into place until the child drops it on
Good
top.
work.
So
Georgia. Georgia grows tasty peaches.
So that is generally the only options, except for
Voice off. Voice on. Music on. Music off.
So pretty much that is the extent of the customizations, which is good for a little kid. I did find that my daughter tended to open the different menus and stuff accidentally while she was playing with it. Generally, she enjoyed it very much. The only things that ended up coming up kind of funny was, if you look up here, I live in Seattle, Washington, and the state of Washington actually isn't shaped anything like that. It has a big peninsula on the left side of the state, which doesn't show on here, even though most of the states on here are pretty accurate. I mean, Texas looks identical. Alaska's a little bit different, but because they changed the archipelago into a long peninsula on here, but otherwise every other state looks very accurate except for Washington State. So I thought that was kind of funny, and I don't know that my daughter would ever catch on to that until she was in school. The only other one that I thought was kind of funny was some of the different facts about the states made my daughter ask a question or two, or she'd repeat them. When Virginia came up, it said Virginia is where tobacco comes from, and she said tobacco and had kind of a question, and I'm like, oh, she's 3 years old, I'm not going to bother explaining to her what tobacco is. But other than that, all the other facts did seem pretty relevant. There were a couple of them that were state birds and state flowers, things like that. I think there was another one that just named what kind of state it was. I don't think it was Texas, but kind of the Lone Star State kind of thing. Otherwise, the Kids Maps application was really enjoyable for her, and I do like the fact that when you put it into the alphabetical mode.
Alphabetical. Alabama. Alabama starts with an A. Alabama's state flower is the camellia.
So you can see that it tells the child every single state So it'd say Nevada starts with an N. And so it's a good way to, assist them in learning their alphabet also, on top of geography. I know that my daughter really liked the puzzle pattern of it, where she's able to match shapes, and that's where she really enjoyed it the most. Overall, this application being $1.99 on the Android market did seem like it was worth it, and my daughter did enjoy it, $2 worth. And I gotta say, as a parent, I recommend it for anyone who has a child and a Honeycomb tablet, because I have looked around quite a bit for learning applications for Honeycomb tablets, and I didn't find a whole lot of them that I was very impressed with. And I know that when it comes to the quality of applications on things like the iPad, they do have quite a bit of good educational applications, and I was very impressed with the Kids Maps app. I gotta say, I recommend it, and thanks for tuning into the review. Definitely check back with us in the future for more application reviews.